Once you have all your truss ends cut to fit in this area off of the main beam, we've got to now cut to 3/16 of an inch shorter to compensate for the post, because two of them are going right on the post and the post is going to stick out a little bit more. Okay, we're here on the end of the post and we're going to set our tail up here. If you see, we've got the aluminum plate. It's already pre-drilled. We've got it all set. We made a jig for this. This here will go over the top. Put the screws in. And to put this up on the outside, we want to have a jig so we make everything go much faster. So I take a little extra piece that I have of this, cut about a 1-inch piece. This aluminum bracket goes up on the wall, or goes up on the beam. Before I do that, I set this in place like this. Now for on the post, which is what we did, I'm just going to show you on the inside. If I put this on here and I send it up to the top, I have a mark on the top and on the bottom, which will show me the center. I'll already mark this in the center. Then I put 2 screws right in there, 1, 2, and the spacer comes off, and we don't worry about the spacer. Then when we're ready, we just slide this on and we put it in place. We put 4 screws. Now, one of the things you'll notice where these screws are, where these holes are pre-drilled, they're specifically in that location for a reason. You want to make sure that these screws don't get in the way of these recesses, because this is where you're going to put your screws in to hold it on. If you have those holes in the middle, one screw is going to hit the other, you're not going to be able to get the screw in all the way, and it's going to be a problem. So that's all you have to do with that. Now, when we're going up against the beam, we have this piece, this filler strip that goes in here, and we just put that on. If I put it on the right way, it pops in. We still use the same template. We put this up there, drill this out, and set these right in place, because this will fit just like that. You can see it's a perfect fit. Then you put your 2 screws. Then when you put your piece going horizontally, you put them through the chamfers. 1, 2, 3. Simple as that. And with our jig, it's very important where the holes go, because you don't want to have problems later on. If you notice, this one is above the main beam, this one is directly in the center. And both of those holes are out of the way of the chamfers here. If you don't place these holes the way they are, it's very important. Otherwise, when you go to set your screws in horizontally, they may hit one another and you'll have a problem, and you won't be able to get these screws in all the way. We set this up, we make sure it's right in line. We've got our center line. Drill the holes, set the screws, and they'll be all set.
And action.
Okay, we've got all of our tail pieces up now. This completes the contempo with the exception of our downspouts, which we will put later on.